Hi, this is Rich of housebarons.com. My brother Dave and I renovate houses, and today we're going to show you how to replace a keyed entry doorknob. Really, the first thing you want to do is go out to your hardware store, and there'll be a huge selection of doorknobs, and you just want to pick the right finish that you like. And one of the decisions is whether it's actually got a round knob or if it's got a handle like this. The one that we're going to be replacing is this one right here. And this is an entryway from a garage, and so it's nice to have a handle on that rather than a round knob, because your hands might be full, maybe you're carrying stuff and you just want to use your elbow and just kind of pull it open, or maybe just like one little pinky finger that can reach out and put that down and open it up. We're going with this Quickset model. This is a brand that we really like, and we put it on a lot of our doors for our different projects. If you'd like to order the same doorknob, we'll put our affiliate link in the description below, and all you got to do is click on the link and you'll be able to get this exact product. Changing out a keyed entry door lock is a job pretty much anybody can do, so be sure to do this job yourself. There's no reason to hire anybody. You can do it yourself and you can save some money. This is the doorknob in question. It's looks like it's gotten some good use. The problem with this door, when it's in a closed position, this handle should just be completely horizontal like that, but it's just kind of drooping down. Sometimes this latch gets stuck, and when it does, it's really hard to open the door, and so this one definitely needs to be replaced. So the outside of your doorknob is going to look pretty much like that. There's the latch, and then here's the inside of the doorknob. And they're really held on just by these two screws, and they're Phillips screws. This handle is going to be in your way, so just hold the handle down with one hand and then use your Phillips screwdriver to remove the two retaining screws. Okay, we're going to loosen these. So we're turning the screws to the left, counterclockwise. These are pretty long screws because they've got to fit through both parts of the doorknob plus the door itself. Okay, so I've removed one screw, I removed the other one. Okay, so now I'm holding on to the handle in the back, and I'm just going to pull the front handle toward me while I'm holding on to the back handle. And you can see the front handle just came right off. This is the part that was in the garage. I'm just pulling it straight forward, and that comes out. Alright, so that's what it looks like of what's left, and that's actually the latch. So we have to just remove this latch, and then all the hardware will be off the door. And that's how it looks. This latch is held on with two retaining screws right there and there. So now we'll use our Phillips screwdriver to take those off. We just turn those to the left and pop right out. Okay, and now we're just pulling the latch assembly out. And that's how that looks. So here's the door with all the hardware removed. That's the garage entry side. Here's the side of it where the latch came out of. And this is inside. You can see, you can look right through into the garage now. Now I'm going to open up the new lock kit. I think the hardest part of the job is just getting the packaging open. This set's come with a deadbolt, and I'm not going to be installing that. That's an option that you have to install the deadbolt if you want one. But I don't need one for this door, so I'm just going to save this for another house. For this job, we're interested in these two handles and this latch. So basically we're just going to go in the reverse order of what we just did. First we're going to put this latch on. The other two items that came out of the package are the striker plate here, and then this is just a package of fasteners, just the different screws that we'll be using. Okay, so for this latch, you think about how it's going to work. We need this to get depressed by the striker plate. So anyway, I suppose there's two ways you could put it in there, but since you know that this needs to get depressed by the striker plate, this is the way we want to do it. So now that's in there. We'll fasten that on with our Phillips screwdriver. using the 2 retaining screws. Okay, make sure that's nice and tight. So now these are the 2 doorknobs, which are in our case actually door handles. So the part that has the turning lock will go on the inside. So the part that goes on the outside, there's a piece here that looks kind of like a half moon, and that goes right into the part of the door latch that also looks like a half moon. What you really want to do at this point, you want to push the latch in, and then that will enable you to put that half moon shaped piece in through the latch. Okay, so I just put that on and it didn't fit, and the reason for that is because of the width of my door right here, and I'm glad that happened because I can show you that all of these door latches have 2 settings on them. So there's one there and there's one there, and one is 2 3/8 inch and the other one is 2 3/4 inch. So don't get hung up about those. Basically all it is just try whatever the factory gave you, and if something seems wrong, like there's no way it's going to work, then all you have to do, this is right now set up at 2 3/8, so I need to switch it over to 2 3/4, and to do that there's a little pin on the bottom. So there's a little pin on the bottom, and all you got to do is put the pin, push it down. There's one on the, it's going all the way through the thing, so you can hold it down, and as you hold it down you slide this chamber forward. So basically it used to be a shorter mechanism, and by holding that pin down and pulling this forward, so there's the pin right there, then we're able to make this whole mechanism longer. And now when we put it in here, it will work just perfectly. Okay, so now I can see that will work. Alright, so now we will just put our screws in the little plate that holds the latch in. Okay, very good. So that's in there. So now what we're going to do is we're going to hold that in, and once again there's like a little half moon area on here. It'll fit right through the hole in the latch mechanism. What you got to do is hold that in. Alright, so this is what it looks like when we put that, as I'm calling it, like the half moon shape. It just goes into the door latch there. As you can see, this handle basically has 3 parts. There's that half moon shape is in the middle, and then those 2 outside parts go into these holes right there and right there on the latch. The inside part of the handle goes on like this. You can kind of test it. You can put the lock on and see if that works. You turn the handle and see if the latch is moving in. If it is, you got it right. These aren't the longest screws in this pack came for the deadbolt, so the screws that we're using are a little bit shorter than those, and they're going to go through the inside door handle, and then the latch, and then the outside door handle. We're going to put the screw that is on the handle side in first. Otherwise it's going to be really hard to get it if we leave that for the second. Fit it in there, and you just kind of have to feel around until the screw gets into the right place. It is definitely a little bit on the tricky side. After you get that one started, then you can go ahead and put the other screw in. So you don't want to tighten the first one all the way because you want to leave a little play for this one. You make that nice and tight so that the lock will be nice and secure. So this is what I'm talking about. I'm holding the handle down in order to tighten the screw. Okay, make sure that's nice and tight. Then it won't be wobbling around. All right, very good. Now guess what? We have a new working doorknob with a keyed entry. So we can lock that baby. Nobody's getting in there. Unlock it. Or we can just shut it. And it shuts perfectly. That's how it looks outside. We've got a new key for that. And that looks really nice. That is what I call an updated doorknob. Alright, these are the keys that came with it. So there, I just turned it. You can see that by turning the key, we're turning this lock. So that's working great. See, now it's locked. Now I can unlock it. And voila, it's done. Alright, so changing out a doorknob with a keyed entry is definitely a job you can do. Give it a try. You'll be happy with the results. Thanks much for watching this video, and if you have a question or a comment, just leave it in the comment section below. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe, because we have a lot more home renovation videos coming out soon. Thanks for viewing.